Well, what was here before was an old pub that had been empty, hadn't been used, I think, for the last 6 months. If you knew it before, you just wouldn't recognise it now. People from the community who used to drink at the pub come in here and they just go, wow, how have you done that? So it's wonderful. It isn't just another community centre, it's a house of wellbeing. So that idea came up from the community. We had community meetings about what are we going to do with this building. So we were talking with some tutors from Unitec about doing a presentation ourselves about what we were doing out here in Helensville and Parakai. They got pretty excited and realised that in fact this was the ideal opportunity to partnership with them and let students come in and do some work that was real, yes, something out of the classroom and into the community.
We could see that this was a great opportunity for our students, not only within the Faculty of Social and Health Sciences, but students across Unitec. They'll be able to come out here once it's all totally up and going, and there'll be perhaps social practice placements. We'll be able to get placements for our nursing students, placements for our Bachelor of Health and Social Development students and youth development, health promotion. So there's lots of opportunities, and because this facility is embedded within its community, that means there's lots of community activity. So we've had people from architecture, people from interior design, interior decor, landscaping also.
I was the project coordinator at Unitec, and essentially what I did is I facilitated all the design inputs to the development of the centre. I also worked as part of the steering committee for Whare Oranga. But the design inputs from Unitec included interior design, we fitted out the whole centre, landscape architecture, and we're currently developing landscape concept proposals for outside. We had architecture students early on, and also design students. You've actually got to deal with a client in a brief and ultimately a budget. You're actually dealing with a real scenario that has a real outcome and a tangible outcome. I think the interior students were really surprised that they had just worked in a studio class coming up with a concept, and then a few months later they were actually working on the real build.
Our partnership with Unitec is by no means over. There's work going on in landscaping. We've got to start the outside. Ngāti Whātua and the Domain Reserve Board, they're actually, the Unitec students are busy designing a community garden and community activity area in the paddocks out the front. So I'd say we've got quite a bit more work to go with the Unitec group. But it's been a very exciting relationship, and you yourselves can tell just from looking around the building, you can see the influence. This incredible design that we have is all done by Unitec students. The advantage to me has been having, I think, young enthusiasm coming in here, and instead of just doing little square cells for offices and whatever, they came up with just great ideas.